Let's chill together and enjoy the story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go. Mia hated Sundays. Sundays meant going to church, wearing a dress, and listening to her parents lecture her about the importance of being a good girl. Mia didn't want to be a good girl. She wanted to be a normal girl who could hang out with her friends, watch movies, and have fun. But Mia's parents were strict. They had rules for everything: what she could wear, what she could eat, what she could read, what she could say. They monitored her phone, her computer, her homework, her grades. They didn't let her go to parties, concerts, or sleepovers. They said they were protecting her from the evil influences of the world, but Mia felt like they were suffocating her. Mia often dreamed of running away, of finding a place where she could be free. She envied her classmates who seemed to have more exciting and adventurous lives. She wondered what it would be like to have a boyfriend, to kiss, to hold hands. She wondered what it would be like to make her own choices, to express her own opinions, to follow her own passions. One day, Mia decided to take a risk. She lied to her parents and told them she was going to a study group at the library. Instead, she met up with Jake, a boy she liked from school. Jake was everything Mia's parents disapproved of. He had tattoos, piercings, and a leather jacket. He smoked, drank, and swore. He played in a band, rode a motorcycle, and skipped classes. He was rebellious, charming, and dangerous. Mia felt a thrill as she got on his bike and wrapped her arms around him. She felt the wind in her hair, the sun on her face, the adrenaline in her veins. She felt alive. Jake took her to a secluded spot by the lake, where they kissed and cuddled. Mia felt a warmth in her chest, a flutter in her stomach, a tingling in her lips. She felt loved. They spent the afternoon together, talking, laughing, and making plans. Jake said he wanted to take Mia away with him, to travel the world, to see new places, to have new experiences. Mia said she wanted that too, more than anything. She said she hated her parents, their rules, their expectations, their control. She said she wanted to be with him, to be free, to be happy. They agreed to meet the next day, at the same spot, at the same time. Jake said he would bring his bike, his backpack, and some money. Mia said she would bring her clothes, her passport, and her courage. They kissed goodbye, promising to see each other soon. Mia went home, feeling excited and nervous. She packed her things, hid them under her bed, and waited for the night to fall. She wrote a note to her parents telling them she was sorry, but she had to go. She said she loved them, but she couldn't live with them. She said she hoped they would understand, but she didn't expect them to. She sneaked out of her window, climbed down the tree, and ran to the street. She looked at her watch. It was 10 p.m. She had an hour to get to the lake, to meet Jake, to start her new life. She smiled, feeling hopeful and brave. She hailed a taxi, got in, and told the driver to take her to the lake. She didn't notice the car that followed her, the car that belonged to her parents, the car that had a GPS tracker on her phone, the car that had a gun in the glove compartment, the car that had a plan to stop her, to bring her back, to make her pay. Mia arrived at the lake, feeling anxious and eager. She looked around, searching for Jake, but she didn't see him. She checked her phone, but she didn't have any messages from him. She wondered if he was late, or if he had changed his mind, or if he had betrayed her. She felt a pang of doubt, a surge of fear, a flash of anger. She decided to wait for him, hoping he would show up soon. She sat on a bench, watching the water, listening to the birds, feeling the breeze. She tried to calm herself, to reassure herself, to trust him. She didn't notice the car that parked behind her, the car that belonged to her parents, the car that had followed her all the way, the car that had a gun in the glove compartment, the car that had a plan to stop her, to bring her back, to make her pay. She didn't hear the door that opened, the footsteps that approached, the voice that called her name. She didn't see the face that looked at her, the hand that reached for her, the barrel that pointed at her. She didn't feel the bullet that hit her, the blood that spilled from her, the life that left her. She only heard a loud bang, a deafening sound, a final echo. She only saw a bright flash, a blinding light, a dark void. She only felt a sharp pain, a sudden shock, a cold numbness. She was gone. Not all stories are supposed to have a good ending. If you enjoy the story, please like and subscribe.